My name is Michael. I'm a local artist. Would you be interested in getting your portrait painted?
How much is it?
It's free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it'll only take about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I have time. I mean, I'm just staring at the grass.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Melissa, and I'm a content creator, social media strategist. Overall, I would say like a creative strategist for social media marketing.
And what's your dream?
My dream, I feel like I have so many, but I think the one that is like my biggest dream is to have like a non-profit to where people can like essentially decompress and like learn how to breathe, because I'm very big with like breathing exercises, and that has eased a lot of my anxiety through life. Breathing. So something where I get to mix like kind of like that yoga philosophy, but not make it so yoga, because yoga kind of differs away, I think, a lot of people. So just focus on like breath work and stuff like that.
So what got you into wanting to do something like that?
I think ever since I was little, I always have had like a very humanitarian heart. And then my numerology, I think I'm a 9, and it says like I'm a humanitarian. I wanted to be a number 1 so bad because I wanted to be like a leader and like a boss bitch. But I think overall, I always just go back to that, and like I really just enjoy helping people where I can. And even though the necessities of this world require us to work and stuff, if I could just be at a beach all day chilling,
that'd be amazing.
You know, just with the vibes.
So you said numerology. What kind of got you into that philosophy and liking things like that?
I wouldn't say I'm that much into numerology. Me and my friends were just kind of kicking it one day, and then we were like, let's fuck around and find out what our numerology is. Yeah, but I try not to lean towards too much of that stuff, because I feel like there's like preconceived notions that you can get from like your horoscopes and like numerology that make you believe you're a certain way. But I feel like it's a mixture of like two things. Like you create who you want to be. Well, you know, God's plan.
God's plan. Shout out Drake. Shout out Drake. So what have you been through in life that kind of has been monumental into like the process and the way you act and the way you behave now?
Monumental. Oh, that's such a good one. I think there's a mixture of a lot of things, but I think
you take time, it's fine.
Yeah, that was a good one. But one thing I've noticed about me that I think is different from a lot of like the other girls that I see is like I don't really like click up or like have like a girl gang or something like that. I think I'm very much like a lone wolf in a sense, because I've always been the type to get along with everybody. So I just kind of like float around. But just like a surface level. But I would want to get to know people more and be more open. But I think in a way I kind of like am not as, I don't know. Like, I guess I was bullied as a kid. I think that's where it like stems from. Like bullied a little bit, and then like I think because I'm like Latina, but I don't really look Latina, and then like I kind of look mixed, but I'm not black. So I think like growing up, like I didn't really know what groups I should like mingle with, or like who were that accepting.
So it's kind of like a thing where in certain situations you didn't feel accepted by others, so you want to make sure that you accept everybody. But in a sense that I don't know, that's kind of what it sounds like.
I don't know. And then like I guess I feel like that one didn't, it's not clear enough. I need to go see a therapist so I can dive deep and figure that one out. But another monumental thing, I think playing soccer too. Like that was so fun and like challenging. And I remember one time we were like all on one team, and then me and this other girl got sent to team B because our team got so big. And then I was so sad because I was like, dang, I'm not good enough for team A. I'm on team B now. And I remember being devastated, like in 5th grade. And it was like the most devastating thing. And the team was called Kickers, by the way. And then like after that moment, I feel like I learned a lot about like sometimes life's gonna put you in like this place where you need to be so you can improve. And then once you improve, you'll be in that next place that you want to be in. But like, you just have to have grace with yourself and forgiveness with yourself, and know that you're not always gonna be the best at everything. But as long as you work really hard, maybe one day you can be the best. Because then after that, like, that was 5th grade, and then by like my sophomore year or junior year of high school, I was training with like the semi-pro academy for Houston Dash. And like, I think that's one thing that really, like, soccer, the whole thing,
Yeah.
you know, teamwork and all that good stuff, it really showed me that you just have to work really hard for the things that you want. And even if you're not there, keep trying, and you just have to have grace.
Yeah, soccer takes a lot of endurance.
Yeah, a lot of endurance.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I played soccer for 1 week when I was 5, so
Yeah.
I gave up pretty quick on that one. So you said you're Latina, so where does your heritage like derive from?
My parents are Salvadorian, and I'm from here, from the U.S., so I'm American Salvadorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, I'm not going to put this in the video at all, but I met someone recently, and she was kind of making fun of Salvadorians' accents.
Yeah. That's
Like-
a thing. That's a thing. No, like that's a big thing. And like, our accents were like considered like one of the ugliest. And,
Yeah,
like, out of,
that's
like,
what they were saying.
like,
I didn't want to say
Latin
that,
America.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But it's like kind of, if you're like, it's like saying like if you're from the Bronx and stuff. Like, you know how they have those heavy New
Yeah.
York and Jersey accents?
Yeah, I'm
That's
walking
kind of,
in.
yeah, that's kind of similar how it is in like El Salvador, if you're like from the city. But my parents are from the ranch, so I don't think our accent's that bad. I think.
Is that like a common thing? Like, people are, like, even people from El Salvador, like,
Oh yeah, it's a common thing. They'd be like, oh, they sound so naco, which means like, oh, they sound so ghetto.
Yeah,
Like the
okay.
ranch people to like the city people sometimes. And like, it's funny that you brought that up, because like, that's how I essentially grew like on my TikTok. It's kind of like just like comedy around like the Salvadorian culture, and like how men are toxic, like
Oh, God.
Salvadorian men are toxic and stuff like that. And like women too. Every time I tell somebody I'm Salvadorian, they're like, oh. Like when they're like mid trying to hit on me.
Oh God.
And they're
You're like, oh, never mind.
Never mind.
I changed my mind.
Yeah. So there's that reputation, but I don't think I'm that bad.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a toxic guy.
So, what are things that you want to do like soon to kind of progress yourself in what you're trying to achieve?
Really? So I feel like I'm in a phase where I picked up photography and it's doing really well for me, and I enjoy it and I love it, but it doesn't feel like it's the end of like what I want to do. And so following like the photography and stuff, I really want to get into graphic design and like be able to mesh like my photography with like graphic design. I think that would help me progress into being able to kind of be a little bit more of an artist, which is so weird, you know, because I feel like we're always like labeling ourselves as certain things. But that I want to start a YouTube channel. I have journals that I've written in for years, poetry that I never have released or I think even like showed anybody. And I think I just want to create like a series on YouTube, and like, even if I don't feel those things anymore, just release it, do something fun.
The craziest thing is, what I always say about like the creative mind is it just goes in every which direction. And then it's kind of like something that you just play around in everything, and you know, something might stick, but then eventually you might be like, oh, I want to do something else. But there's never a problem with that, honestly, because it's like you're working with what your mind is bringing you. And it's good to like do that in the moment rather than to just be like, no, I said I'm only this and I'm just gonna stick to that forever. I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way, because of course I'm painting now, but I've had a podcast, I danced, I did theater, like I did everything. So it's like, I just like doing stuff, honestly. I just like doing stuff.
Me too. Like, I just like to create. And then I think that's what I really want to do to progress, really, is create for fun and create for work.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, for fun is
yeah,
the
for
biggest
fun.
thing.
Because I decided to make it my livelihood,
Yeah.
and I don't think it sucks the fun out of it, but it definitely comes with stress.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's good to do things without expectations and just let the paint draw itself.
I get what you mean 100%. So what one piece of advice would you give to your younger self? That's it. What one piece of advice would you give to your younger self?
Forgive yourself. And don't be so mean to yourself. And I guess like don't be a smartass all the time too.
Yeah, I like that.
Watch your mouth, because sometimes you can be a smartass.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty book smart, so then that's where the smartass comes from. And not everything is a psychological perspective.
That's a good one
Because
too.
when I was in college, I studied psych, so yeah,
Me too.
there's that. Yeah.
All right, you ready to see this?
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
What? Hey, this is badass.